Hello everyone and welcome to episode 76 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel, as it's a Fight Night episode as we go to the Netherlands for this main event as Anthony Rumble Johnson taking on Stefan Struve. What a bit of a throwback main event for sure. This is definitely, as far as this would have been like a Fox era UFC main event, as far as really with Rumble. He was always just kind of a little too good, maybe for Stefan Struve, as far as to make that fight happen. But a fight that has been done a lot on like games like UFC Undisputed, and as far as then once they got into UFC Undisputed 3, and then once they got into the UFC 1 and 2 and whatnot. But man, this is gonna be a fun card. Over there in for a lot of Dutch kickboxers, as far as booking them on this show. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully, as far as fight night too, I think it's going to be really good. We do have a couple pieces of mail. The biggest being John Jones, sir. He herniated his spinal disc, so he's out. He's not only out; he's out for like a year, give or take. As far as of course, the current heavyweight champion. Yeah, he is out for 11 months, 3 weeks to be exact. So basically a year after knocking out Stipe Miocic back in March. And him and Lewis was set for 267. Unreal. So Derek Lewis now, he will be fighting for the interim heavyweight title. Against, as far as for him, he just beat Francis, which that would have been a great little interim heavyweight title matchup. But now we'll have to, it will probably be, actually, let's talk about Nicky Holtzkin as well, as far as he has a minor concussion. So he actually, this was the day before. So pretty crazy he got a minor concussion, as he, against Uros Juresic, but Juresic now, unfortunately for him, because he's Slovenian, and that would have been a nice fight for him, now he's going to be going to Dublin, against Rice McGee, which McGee is already, he's, I believe he is from Dublin. So I know he's from Ireland for sure. So hometown fight for him. So tough break for him, and for Nicky Holtzkin as well. Being able to miss the show like that, very, very close, as far as a world champion kickboxer, that would have been great to have him on this card. And now, fortunately, we will not be seeing him. And we have the first quarterfinal of the tough season. Paddy Bimlett getting the win here, and he gets it with a TKO, so back-to-back TKO wins, as he's going on now to the semifinals. But as far as, since, we already talked about the changing of the heavyweight division, basically what's happening next is Junior Dos Santos is taking on Stipe Miocic, and Cyril Gane is taking on Curtis Blades. Depending on the outcome of both those fights, if it's Stipe winning over JDS, because that, of course, is a trilogy fight, and that's happening on the ABC card, that is a major, major fight. For Cyril Gane and Curtis Blades, though, that's also a big-time fight for sure. As far as Curtis Blades, his only loss was to Derek Lewis. Of course, that was back in June. He got finished in the first round, but he's beaten JDS. So I would like to, if JDS beats Stipe in the trilogy fight, and Curtis Blades wins, it will probably be another rematch fight between Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades. As far as if Cyril Gane gets the win, now, boy, that would be quite shocking, first of all. Because I just think grappling-wise, Curtis Blades is going to give him his first loss. I don't see it getting the win, but you never know. As far as his biggest wins, that would definitely be Curtis Blades, but like the Shamil win, kind of crazy that he beat him. As far as in 33 seconds, but also at the same time, Shamil was a top 10 ranked heavyweight at the time, which was kind of wild. Definitely his biggest wins, the Rosenstrike win, and even then, he won via a knee bar. But also, Augusto Sakai, I believe that's Sakai's only loss. So to think that he's had four finishes, the 3 of them being first round finishes as well, first fucking 30 seconds, it would be a pretty impressive performance for sure. Yeah, I think him and Derek Lewis would obviously be a fun fight. Yeah, I mean, it's, and of course, Stipe having a chance to be another heavyweight champion if he does beat Junior Dos Santos. And that would make a lot of sense, him and Derek Lewis, as far as they, of course, as far as him and Derek Lewis have not fought here in the Save. So that could be something new. And he's also, as far as he did get his last win over Junior Santos. Of course, that was that was his first successful win, or defense rather, the heavyweight title. Because I believe he, one of these was for the interim belt. I could have swore, because I don't think that JDS was a champ here. He might have been, though. I don't think he was. But yeah, as far as to think, stylistically speaking, though, as well, I would love to do a Francis rematch, because in real life, obviously, we saw Francis knock him the fuck out in the rematch. But again, it's just, we're kind of in a unique spot. With Derek Lewis knocking out Francis Ngannou, that really shifted the division as a whole extremely. So we're just kind of waiting on those two fights, kind of how it plays out, and who's kind of the best fit to take on Derek Lewis, really, as far as from that regard. I would feel really bad if Curtis Blades wins, and then Dos Santos beats Stipe, because then it would be very, very tough to not give that fight to Dos Santos, because he's been on a tear. We didn't look at his record or anything, but he's on an absolute tear right now. Beat Johnny Walker and Ryan Spann, which is huge. But that Curtis Blades loss was very, very tough. It's the main event, of course, of one of our first ever shows. It was the second show ever, actually, I believe, as it was after the McGregor-Cerrone card. But, I mean, as far as this would be huge for him, for sure. All those fights, though, this heavyweight division, this top five, some great talent. Unfortunately, though, I think once you get out of that top five, outside of, like, Francis and Juan Adams and Rumble and Rosenstrike, and even Taboria, the division gets a little thin for my liking. But Pavlovich is coming through, and so is Tom Aspinall as well. Jesus, he's still not ranked, but he'll get there, I'm sure. But yeah, light heavyweight division. Of course, we're waiting on the Jimmy Crite matchup as the big time fight that's happening. So there's going to be two really major fights. Basically, we're doing a tournament, like a 4-man tournament, as Anthony Smith is taken on. As far as he's taking on Yuri Prohaska. The winner of that fight will take on the winner of the Jimmy Crite bout, as he's taking on Jan Blachowicz, which Jan is still about a month away from when we'll be able to see him. Yeah, about 28 days to be exact. Of course, he lost to Anthony Smith back at Fight Island 2. But yeah, I mean, that's just kind of where we're at. Once we'll figure out who's the new light heavyweight champion. Again, it's weird that Ryan Bader's up so high, because he got knocked out by, didn't he lose to Luke Rockhold? Yeah. Which is very weird that now Luke Rockhold's all the way down there, but of course he just beat Khalil Roundtree and Alexander Radic, as far as the Rocket Radic, as, that is huge to think that he's gotten that win, but again, it's just weird how this, how the rankings are working. Because really it should be, Ryan Bader should probably be about, I would probably say 8th. I would probably shift everybody over. I would probably have Jimmy Crite jump Dominic Reyes. But at the same time, though, Dominic Reyes, his only 2 losses are to John Jones, and then he lost to Johnny Walker, which is, again, very, very odd that Johnny Walker has that win, too. But he's lost, of course, Dos Santos. He fought him at heavyweight, and then he's also lost to Corey Anderson before the save, which is kind of wild. And he lost to Jan Blachowicz as well. So he's had a kind of tough go of it. Alonzo Menfield, though, 13-0. He's been on a tear. He's a rising light heavyweight for sure. It's a strange division, because there's a lot of rising talent. There's some guys from yesteryear, as far as with Ryan Bader and Luke Rockhold. Thiago Santos maybe potentially can get back into a light heavyweight ranking, which is kind of wild to think. Khalil Roundtree, unfortunately, has not gone well in the save. Ryan Spann was on a decent little run until having to lose to JDS. Paul Craig's kind of on the rise. A lot of light heavyweights, too, that are not ranked that I think are going to make that jump. A lot of talent coming up. And then middleweight, of course, we're waiting on Adesanya and Jack Hermanson to have their fight. Whitaker, as far as poor Bobby Knuckles in real life, though, just got fucking a crazy neck, or not even a neck crank, a face crank, to break his goddamn jaw against Khamzat Chimaev. As Chimaev, of course, we're still waiting on his contract to come up. I don't know what the fuck happened with KSW signing him to such a crazy contract when the save started. But he just beat Darren Till on Paulo Costa. Of course, his only loss is really to Israel Adesanya here in the middleweight division. It's crazy to think kind of who he should fight next as far as does he get up, Adesanya for a third time. Obviously, we got Alexa Pereira waiting in the wing. He's still not ranked, but I want to give him a ranked guy. I want to say we actually have him taking on Uriah Hall. I want to say that fight's happening in New York. Yeah. So he's taking on, which that's a fun fight, but Uriah Hall just outside the top 10, which is very, very strange. Of course, Sean Strickland, 12th. Right now, he's 9-4. He's coming off of a win over Ian Heinzich. But yeah, he lost to Uriah Hall, which is wild. Obviously, in real life, he got that win. But so that makes sense. Uriah Hall's ahead of him. It's, because Antonio Carlos Jr.'s had a title fight. Maybe not even a title fight, per se, but he had the fight against Kevin Gastelum, which was huge. That was a title eliminator fight, I guess I should rather say, not a title fight. But he's had, good to great fights the whole time. Beat Brad Tavares as well. A couple of split decisions, though, have went his way, mainly. He's just been a fight night guy as well. We like to get him up on the cards of, like an ABC or the ESPN Plus card, or even the pay-per-view. Derek Brunson's fighting on the North Carolina show. I believe he's taking on... Actually, I don't think we have an opponent selected for him yet. I could be wrong, though. Oh, no, he's taking on Christoph Jocko. That's right, we just made that happen. So that's happening in November. So he's taking on somebody outside the top 10. Paulo Costa, he is taking on... I want to say it's Cannonier. Let's take a look. Because I want to say that's that fight. Because Cannonier's on a bit of a losing streak right now. Oh, he's taking on Julian Marquez. That's happening to start off the new year. So that's happening in Brazil, too. That's going to be a fun fight. I forget who Cannonier's fighting. He might be fighting Dukakis or maybe Amari Akhmadov. Might even be Bruno Silva. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, poor Jared Cannonier has not gone. Oh, he's taking on Brendan Allen. Oh my. Alright. Yeah, Brendan Allen, he's not even ranked. But that'd be a huge win to take on a top 10 guy like that. But just Cannonier hasn't gotten a lot of wins his way. Feel like that's a great shot for both guys. Darren Till and Brad Tavares is main eventing the Fight Island card that you see there. So that's going to be a fun fight, fun main event. Both guys are looking to bring it. Both guys, as far as Darren Till looking for his 20th win and Brad Tavares potentially might get Robert Whitaker next. I would say the winner of that fight is taking on Robert Whitaker. I think that's a good call. 3-fight win streak. Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Though, as far as he did get knocked out by Robert Whitaker, so there is that. But that was 2015 now. And he got knocked out in the first fucking minute, too. He got caught. Yeah, I mean, that's just a thought. Still crazy, Brad Tavares, 33. Very fucking young. But, man, this middleweight division, a lot of different moving parts. And obviously, it's who's the man to put that one in Israel Adesanya's MMA record. Of course, in real life, it was Jan Blachowicz when they did the super fight. Didn't mean to hit that. So, yeah, obviously, Rory McDonald and Kamaru Usman, main event for 267. Colby Covington is taking on Vince Luque, and then Eddie Alvarez is taking on... So Michael Venom Page? Is that fight? That's happening in London? It is. So that's going to be a fun fight, though. Michael Venom Page 3-0, and of course, Eddie Alvarez getting his win in his first fight back, beating Wonder Boy. Robbie Lawler's taking on... I was going to say he's taking on D-Rod, but no, D-Rod's taking on Stephen Thompson. That's happening in Japan. Is it Leon Edwards he's fighting? Let's take a look. I think it is Leon Edwards. Nope, Leon Edwards taking on Jorge Masvidal. That's a fun fight, but it's not Cerrone, because Cerrone's taking on... It might be Chaos Williams. Oh, no, it is Tony Martin. Damn, so it's just Tony Martin who's right beside him. He's looking for his 20th win. Yeah, Cerrone's taking on Diego Sanchez as a bit of a vet fight. That's happening in Arizona, too, so that's a hometown fight for... I don't think it's a hometown fight for Cerrone, because I'm pretty sure he's from Colorado, but he might be... Oh, he's from New Mexico. He might have been born in Colorado, but he fights out in New Mexico, and that's where he says he's from. But he's taking on Diego Sanchez. He's from Arizona, I do know that. This division's interesting, because again, it's a bit of what we're seeing in the heavyweight division, where you have guys that are on the rise, a lot of veterans, a lot of good strikers, though. But also, again, you have Kamaru Usman at the top, a phenomenal wrestler. We have not seen the shocking knockout win for Leon Edwards over Kamaru Usman. Nate Diaz is still ranked pretty high. Wonder Boy, of course. Neil Magny, trying to get into potentially the top 5, but obviously with Covington and Vince, their big fight, and Eddie Alvarez and Michael Venom Page's big fight, I would say those two winners are going to have to face off. That's going to be an easy win, though, for probably the winner of Covington and LeQuay, because obviously MVP, karate fighter, not used to taking on somebody like Colby Covington, and Eddie Alvarez, at least his wrestling is a little bit better, but depends on what him and Michael Page do, as far as if Page can knock him out. Of course, the super lightweight division, we're still waiting on the tough season to end and whatnot to really see how that division's going to shape up, but right now, obviously, again, Conor, Khabib 3 in Russia for the super lightweight title. That is basically the kickoff of that division, so we won't be seeing that for a hot minute. Kevin Lee right now, as far as waiting on an opponent for him, because Gregor Gillespie might potentially, as far as for him, he's fighting Edson Barboza, but of course he lost to Kevin Lee before the save. But he has beaten Justin Gaethje and Khabib Nurmagomedov, which that's a hell of a 1-2. If he can beat Barboza, he'll probably be the next guy in line. And same thing for Edson Barboza, really, as far as if he gets the win over Gregor Gillespie. Because sure, he's on a 3-fight winning streak, too. He beat Charles Oliveira, Demiraz Magov, and Paul Felder. So he's a nice little winning streak as well. But again, another guy who's lost to Kevin Lee in the past. Kevin Lee just running this division. Very, very strange. Was not expecting that going into this save. Of course, Poirier, he's taking on Nick Lentz, because I want him to fight at the Louisiana card. That's 267. So that's a quick fight for him. Paul Felder, I believe, is taking on Anthony Pettis. I believe that's the fight for him. Yeah, and it's happening. Oh, that's happening on this card, too, so that's fun. That's going to be a fun fight. Two top 15 lightweights and two guys that like to stand and throw. Spike Carlisle, though, on the rise for sure. Alex Munoz still on the rise at 8-0. Hasn't lost yet, but he's a tough guy to crack. Marabek Tasmanov, kind of crazy he's ranked so low since he beat Islam. Islam, of course, coming off of a win over Charles Oliveira, but he, of course, lost to Marabek. I mean, this another guy, obviously, going to be on the rise. It's kind of crazy. Guam, of course, hasn't been cracked yet. Justin Gaethje in the top 15. Right at 15. It's very disrespectful, but that's all right. Crazy Ali Quinta is ranked ahead of him. It's crazy Nick Lentz is ranked ahead of him. Because Nick Lentz ain't beaten anybody like Justin Gaethje has. And of course, it's weird again. Gaethje with a 5-4 record in the UFC. But again, look at the names. Poirier, Gillespie, Cerrone, Barboza, Poirier again, Eddie Alvarez again, and Michael Johnson. Tough motherfuckers. Tough guys. For sure. Bobby Green still ranked in the top 20. Very interesting division. Featherweight, of course, we're seeing this in real life, but Yeah, we just saw poor Max Holloway get knocked out. But the roles reversed here in the save, where Max Holloway's the champion taking on Deboria. That's happening next episode, too, so that's going to be fun. Arnold Allen and Brian Ortega, I believe, are fighting here. Oh, no, he's taking on Guam Wang, that's right. Because Guam Wang's filling in for Leron Murphy. But Brian Ortega, I believe he's taking on Volkanovski. Is that right? The Kevin Aguilar, oh my god, I'm way off. Is then Volkanovski's taking on Michael Johnson. Yeah, now at least I got that one right. But that's going to be a fun fight. Aldo is taking on John Lineker, which is a very, very fun fight for me. It's crazy they never got to have that fight, kind of both in their primes. But that's going to be a fun fight, for sure. That's happening in Brazil, too. Calvin Kattar, I believe, is fighting. I don't think it's Yair Rodriguez, as I know it's that Andre File. Oh, it's Caceres, that's right. Yeah, we just made that fight. Yair Rodriguez, he's fighting somebody that's not ranked. I do know that much. Oh no, he's fighting Leron Murphy, never mind. Damn. That's going to be a fun fight. Two guys looking to jump into the top 10, for sure. But this is a deep-ass division, of course, featherweight. I mean, you just have so much talent, so many guys from kind of all walks of combat sports. And then we're going to see Money Moicano, or Money Moicano, rather, as far as Renato Moicano taking on the winner of this fight for the featherweight title, which is very much probably going to happen in real life, if I would to assume. And then for the kind of the next up in line, really just kind of depends on how it all flows. Because, I mean, Volkanovski and Michael Johnson, winner of that fight, I could definitely see jumping up. It's crazy. Zabit lost to... he lost to, he lost to Money Moicano, and he lost to Miroslav Becic. So really, he shouldn't really be up that high. But at the same time, he did beat Arnold Allen, so he probably should be a little bit higher than Arnold Allen. They should have probably flipped that. So they have that as well. Yeah, it's a deep division. Featherweight, lightweight, bantamweight, they're all deep divisions. Bantamweight, of course, we're going to see Cejudo taking on, as far as he's taking on Uriah Faber. That is happening at 267. Ray Borg is taking on Sandman's taking on Thomas Almeida. That's I was about to say that's a Fight Island main event, but I could be wrong now. I believe it's been pushed to the ESPN Plus card in California. Yes. Yeah, in November. Ray Borg, I believe, taking on TJ Dillashaw. It might be Brett Johns, though. I believe it's Dillashaw, though. I believe that's happening, yeah, on that California card as well. Of course, Garbrandt is still on hiatus, and fucking Ronnie Lawrence, I believe, just did either. He's also on a hiatus. Oh, no, he's recuperating. Yeah, he just beat Yanni Yaya, so that's a huge win for him. Might do him and O'Malley. I feel like that would kind of make a lot of sense. Maybe even have him take on the winner of Sandhagen and Almeida. Maybe even the winner of Borg and Dillashaw. Just kind of really depends on how it all flows. Dominic Cruz, Yadong Song, they're 10 and 11. Jimmy Rivera, Ricky Simone, Brett Johns, of course, Yanni, which is crazy. He was just fighting for the title, and now he's outside the top 15. Aljo, of course, outside the top 15. Umar Nurmagomedov is ranked now. Crazy's not undefeated anymore, but is what it is. Flyweight, though, of course, Alex Perez, he is taking on probably the winner of... Well, yeah, we just had Royval and Biblatov, and of course he beat Biblatov. So we probably will have the rematch there, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because, yeah, that was an upset for sure. Royval did break his nose, so you may be an out there for him for a potential rematch. So, yeah, we'll probably do that. And then probably the winner of Pantoja and Kurvov will get the next fight. Jairzinho Silva, of course, still. He just had his drug test failure and then came back against Alex Perez and lost. Got destroyed by Alex Perez in a pretty dominating fashion. He'll probably either take on Magomed Biblatov, or he'll be taking on maybe even Joseph Benavidez, dropping down from bantamweight to flyweight. Just giving him a different shot at a different division. Because, bantamweight, or not even dropping down the division now. He's at flyweight, but he yeah, I mean this is going to be a good fight for him. I think for him as far as to potentially get a top 5 fight. Definitely could see it happen. Murad Magomedov, also Magmadov rather, as far as he is probably going to get a top 10 guy next as well. Kaikar France, he is taking on Malcolm Gordon. That's going to be a fun fight in the flyweight division. Of course, the women's featherweight division, that's Amanda's division, and we're just living in it. As far as for her, she'll probably be taking on the winner of Felicia Spencer and Macy, since she hasn't fought any of those girls yet. We might have Aspen Lab try to move up to featherweight to have a rematch. But yeah, that's basically what's happening there. Then Megan Anderson will probably be taking on Leah Letson. If I had to guess, because Leah Letson, of course, she should be ranked higher. She should be 5th. So yeah, that would probably make sense there. Bantamweight, of course, Aspen Ladd is taking on Liana next. I believe Juliana Pena is next in line after that, but she just did lose to Aspen Ladd. So we'll probably do Ladd, and she just beat Ketlin Barrera, though, too, in a previous fight, right at the end with 1 second left. So that's a kind of interesting one. I believe Jermaine the Randomie is fighting... I don't think she's fighting Aldana. She might be, though. Yeah, she's fighting Yana, and then Aldana... She's fighting Jocelyn Edwards. Yeah, so that's basically top 10 pretty much figured out. Julia Villa, she's probably going to be fighting Ketlin Vieira, if I had to guess. That will probably be her first fight back after a nice little losing streak she's got going on. Very, very tough for her, but she did beat Yana. So at least she has that over somebody in the top 10 right now. And for women's flyweight, Macy Barber. Of course, she is scheduled to fight Erin Blanchfield. And Montana De La Rosa, I believe she's fighting Molly McCann. Could be wrong. Oh, no, she's fighting Gillian Robertson. That's right. So Molly McCann, she might be then fighting Nico? Oh, she's fighting Shevchenko. Oh, boy. So that's a very, very big fight there. Whoever wins that fight's going to jump over Montana De La Rosa and probably fight the winner of this fight next. But if Robertson gets a huge win, though, that'd be a massive, massive upset for her, and that would really shock the division and shake it up a little bit. She just beat Calderwood, but she lost to Macy Barber before the save. Of course, Caitlin Chikagan still getting after it. Casey O'Neill 10-0. Marius 10-1. Yanan Wu making a bit of a run. Mannon's making a run. She's 3-0. Kana Watanabe's 3-0 in the company. Mackenzie Dern trying to get into the top 15. It's a deep division, women's flyweight for sure. And then for the women's strawweight, we're going to have Claudia Gaudella and Rose Namajunas. Zhang Weili, of course, just lost, shockingly, to Claudia. Lost in a split decision. She'll get the winner of this fight, since she lost by split decision. But I do want to have the China women battling it out. But I think we'll have to wait a little bit. And Ioana Jędrzejczyk, she will probably give her Courtney Casey, just because I can't stand that Courtney Casey's ranked so high. But she also beat Cynthia Calvilla and Nina as well. And, she's, as far as we know in real life, she retires pretty much, she got one more year than she retired in real life. But yeah, it's just crazy according to Casey, 10-7. But 12 fights in the UFC is pretty crazy for a division that's relatively new. But she's on a 2-fight winning streak as well, as I say that. But, both those girls were not even ranked top 10. When it happened. The rankings in the WMMA games are very, very strange. But yeah, that's just kind of what we're thinking. Randa Marcos looking for her 10th win in the company. Carla Esparza, Jessica Andrade, of course, Luana, 5-0, 13-1 overall. Alexa Grasso is a losing record. That's so weird. So does Diaz Torres, of course, now Pennington. But, I mean, it's a unique division, the flyweight women's scene, because there's a lot of girls that we have signed that are not a part of the actual UFC, like obviously Nong Stamp, who is looking to make a run. That is definitely going to give some girls some problems. Same thing for Rena as well. We just basically got a lot of 1FC fucking chicks, and It's just a lot of these kickboxing girls, man. I mean, they're so fun to watch. Like her and Nong Stamp, and it's gonna be interesting once they're taking on girls like Zheng Wei Li and Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Jessica Andrade. Like the stand-up division, the stand-up fighting rather in this division, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Yeah, that's where we're at. As far as for the rankings, we haven't went through those in a while. Figured it was best to do that now. But Anthony Rumble Johnson, Stefan Struve, Yana Gnetska taking on Jermaine the Randomine, Anthony Showtime Pettis and Paul Felder, Montel Jackson and Brett Johns, and then Muhammad Usman jumping up for this fight because he was supposed to fight at the UFC card with Kamaru Usman and Roy McDonald because, of course, we wanted him on the prelims since Kamaru's fighting, but figured we'd give him this fight here against Blagoy. Blagoy with the minor concussion happening, we needed a main card fight. Figured this was kind of the best chance for that, a heavyweight bout to kick it off. It's going to be a fun one, too, as far as those guys weighing in just a point, or just a pound difference. Zaire, but he is taking on Nicole Aliskin. Either way, the Russian versus the Dutch kickboxer, or Dutch Muay Thai fighter. I forgot he's not even a kickboxer, but he's making his debut. As far as the, believe from M1 is where he, in real life he's PFL guy, yeah. He's kind of all over the place here in the state. Looks like he was F&G guy. But, as far as for him, 30 years old, I want to say his background is very much like wrestling, yeah. Doesn't have anything as far as stats-wise, or attributes-wise, so he's probably going to be pretty butt, if I had to guess. But yeah, obviously, Zaire, clear favorite. Both guys 25 wins. Main event in the prelim, and then KB Balar taking on Anzerts Grespik. Boy, I'm sorry, Polish people. I feel like I butchered you guys' names every chance I get, but he's looking for his 20th win in his debut, because the man was yet to win in the UFC as Taekwondo versus kickboxing. Fun stand-up bout. A year difference between the age difference, and should be a fun fight. Should be a fun fight there. And of course, Rico, the prince of kickboxing, Peruvian, taking on Kirill Kornilov. As far as another kickboxer, both guys, man, some talented kickboxers, but obviously, if you had to go for a kickboxing favorite, you have to go with the prince of kickboxing, a man who has been a multiple glory, right now was a glory heavyweight champion in kickboxing. He has fought with, trained with Tyson Fury. He's a bad man. A bad man. But Kirill looking to maybe potentially shock the Dutch crowd. Another, glory heavyweight kickboxer, but did not have the same experience, obviously. But yeah, no fight history or anything like that. Because I want to say he fights, as far as MMA-wise, I was going to say he fights for Eagle FC, but that definitely is not it. I'm trying to think where he fights at. He's not KSW, but I don't think it's M1 either. But that would probably be a safe bet with him being from St. Petersburg. But that's going to be a fun fight, though. Very, very fun fight there. Then Brad Riddell and Nathan Levy, the Israel karate fighter, taking on the Thai kickboxer. Brad Riddell, though, he's 3-0. He is on a fucking tear. He's not the favorite in this fight, which is very, very crazy. He's coming off decision win over Pachel. He lost to his first fight. He did lose. Oh, no. Yeah, that record must just be all fucked up. Alright, so yeah, he's making his debut. I was thinking he was on one of the Fight Island cards. He must not have been. Maybe I tried to get him on a Fight Island card and something happened, but he is looking to have a big-time splash for his debut. That's going to be a hell of a fight, though. Karate versus kickboxer, again, another stand-up battle. And Robin Pokerface van Roosmalen as the Dutch kickboxer, taking on Bruno the Tiger. So is another karate versus kickboxer battle, but he's making his UFC debut. Of course, Robin is an incredible kickboxer, a Dutch lightweight kickboxer. So we're used to seeing kind of the more bigger Dutch kickboxers in MMA, but Robin though is a lightweight, and he can even fight at featherweight, which is where we have him at right now. But he's got great KO. Kind of crazy that he fights for Bellator, because he definitely does not fit to what usually Bellator is used to having. He's a bad motherfucker, for sure. If he can get the win here tonight, that'd be great. But yeah, at 5'6", he's just a short little fella. That was kind of the tough thing for him. But Bruno, as far as he's 5'7", so at least we got him another featherweight that's kind of his, as far as height. He just lost to Jigga, which that's a good kind of baseline to see how he's going to do if he lost to Jigga, but he went the distance with him. He should at least be a formidable opponent for Robin to kick off his UFC career. As our analytics of our main event, Anthony Rumble Johnson, Stefan Skyscraper Struve. 5th main event for Anthony Rumble Johnson, 4th for Stefan Struve. Of course, the hometown fighter looking to shock the world. He's got the 10-inch reach advantage, which every fucking fight Stefan Struve has, he should have a reach advantage. We'll see if it'll help him out, though, because, man, Rumble, he's a guy that likes to get in close. Of course, absolutely cracked Glover Teixeira. Hard to believe that was in 2016, but just got knocked out by Juan Adams, which is very, very crazy. To think that he lost to DC, and we brought him back here, just again, so sad that he's no longer with us, but to knock out Alexander Volkov, to then get knocked out by Juan Adams is very funny, but Juan Adams is an absolute demon in this. Again, it's so crazy he fought at welterweight. But yeah, I mean, I would say a top 5 heavyweight, a demon in there. And if he can get a win over Stefan Struve to kind of get back onto the winning side of things, that'd be great for him. And I'm not sure exactly who we'd like to see him fight next. I mean, him and Ngannou definitely is like a dream fight that I would have loved to see. I'm not sure. Yeah, I kind of want him, now that the light heavyweight division's kind of wide open a little bit, that would kind of be nice to see him maybe potentially take on those guys, because I think heavyweight's just a little too tough for him. Guys are a little bigger. I think a light heavyweight was kind of his perfect weight, to be honest, but it's tough. Tough. He's Diana Foxy Kunitskaya is taking on the Iron Lady, Jermaine the Randomie. Of course, the Dutch kickboxer, as Jermaine the Randomie, as far as every time I say Dutch kickboxer, but is another Muay Thai fighter. Right when I said that, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think she was a kickboxer. But yeah, she trained at Boss Rutan. She lost to Vanessa Porto as far as that one, but as far as that was kind of her one loss before she dedicated herself to MMA. Crazy, she fought, Julia Budd, lost to her. That was a Strike Force, fought Nunes, which that was crazy. Then the rematch, which that fight was really, really good. It's kind of crazy. She's been on a 3-fight losing streak since then. Good to great fights, though. I mean, again, she's somebody that's not going to be a bad fight at all. Her knocking out Aspen Ladd like she did, too, was fucking crazy. But yeah, she fought Holly Holm, Raquel Pennington. She is the Iron Lady. She's been in some wars. She's been in the fire. For Yana, though, I mean, it's crazy. She's the favorite. She does have a nice Sambo background, but again, being from Sambo, you'd think she'd be able to use her grappling, but that really hasn't been the case in this save. She's been choked out. She's lost to a Kimura. She hasn't really had a big win. I mean, the Toledo win is probably her best one, and even that, Toledo wasn't even a top 10 opponent, so tough fight for her, because Jermaine the Randomie is going to be taller than her. It's kind of crazy there's not a huge reach advantage either, since Jermaine the Randomie, yeah, she's 5'9", I believe. Yeah. We might move her up to featherweight to have a trilogy fight with Nunes, if Nunes kind of needs a new opponent. I feel like that would kind of make a lot of sense for her, potentially before she retires. But yeah, this is a fight for Jermaine the Randomie to win for sure. To get that losing streak out of the way, 3 fights in a row losing is very, very tough. Hopefully she can stop that here tonight. It's Anthony Showtime Pettis and the Irish Dragon Paul Felder. Fun fight here. 2 guys that it's crazy. Paul Felder is ranked higher than Anthony Pettis here, but Anthony Pettis has had a great showing here in the save. And that's pretty much on brand for what happened in real life. He pretty much fell off once we got into that decade. He started kind of more fighting a bare knuckle and whatnot, and had the boxing bout with Roy Jones Jr. What a sentence. But yeah, I mean, he had that run after WEC, and after fighting Clay Guida. Of course, the Benson Henderson fight. Very, very crazy. Fucking 2010. Wild. But yeah, he just fought. He had the rematch with Benson Henderson. Knocked out Cerrone. Knocked out Lozon. He's fought a who's who, for sure. But losing to Bobby Green was tough. And not only losing to Bobby Green, losing 30-27 to Bobby Green. Pretty impressive. Of course, he just fought the lightweight champion in Kevin Lee before that. He could use a win. He did beat Carlos Diego Ferreira, but I would love for him to get a win here tonight. But at the same time, Paul Felder is a bad man. And especially if he gets in close and tries to grapple with Anthony Pettis, even though he's got a karate background, he is a pretty good grappler in his own right. Looking for his 10th win as well. Went the distance with Poirier and Barboza. He did it twice. Very impressive. Barboza's a bad man. That's a big fight. Big fight for sure. Yeah, trilogy fight with him and Barboza too. He's 37, so both guys, as far as up there in age, two veterans looking to try and make one last push, maybe potentially up the division for Montel Quick Jackson and Brett Pikey Jones. Or Johns, as I always want to say Jones, but Brett Johns giving up a 7-inch reach advantage was kind of crazy. He's still the favorite. Great judo background for Brett Johns. Coming off of a huge win over Ricky Simon and Peter Yan, but then he got caught by Ray Borg's armbar. He was making a bit of a run there, especially after he beat Yan and Simone, which that Simone win was by split decision. Maybe we'll do a rematch between those two, but his first fight night since the Peter Yan win, she won in 51 seconds. It's going to be an interesting one, because Montel, he, as far as his background, bit of an all-rounder, but he can definitely scrap with a lot of guys. He just fought Umar, which is a tough fight. Of course, he guillotined Luke Sanders. Guy, I mean, he's good on his back for sure. He's won with a Darce choke as well. He's had a lot of pay-per-view fights. He's an exciting guy. And this should be a fun fight, though. Should be a fun one then for Muhammad Usman. 5-inch reach advantage over the Blagoy Ivanov, as far as Muhammad Usman is just an absolute demon in this save, as far as for how they kind of perceive him and his talents. Because he's only got one win, but his odds for this fight are pretty crazy. He did get a first-round win with the Kimura, but I just don't think he is going to be that dude. He's the clear favorite against Blagoy, which I just think Blagoy's a tough vet that's going to give him a lot of problems. Sure, he hasn't won in this decade, but he's fought Derek Lewis, he's fought Alexei Oleinik, and he's fought Shamil Abdurakhmanov. As far as, sure, the losses there, and I believe he got choked out by Alexei Oleinik. I know he got finished in the second round by Alexei Oleinik, but again, the TRT loss, I mean, Alexei Oleinik's fucking 45 years old. It is going to happen for him to take TRT, but for Muhammad Usman, if he gets this win, this would be huge for him to beat a ranked guy like Blagoy. And for Sayar the Great, taking on Nikola Alexkin, as Alexkin making his UFC debut, but this is all for Sayar. Dutch fighter looking to get a huge win to end out the prelim. KB Balar looking to get his first win, but he's taking on the debuting Grespikin. There's no way it could be Grespikin, but we'll go with it. Grespikin does have a significant weight advantage as Balal, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Just don't see it for him. For Corel and Rico Verhoeven. Rico's a tough man, but it's close on betting lines on the broadcast epics, at least. 4-3 with Rico, the slight favorite. But that's going to be a hell of a fight on the prelim. Same thing for this one with Brad Quake Riddell and Nathan Levy. Going to be a tough fight. Levy winning 4 of his last 5 fights by decision. Boy, oh boy. That's going to be a tough fight. Tough fight for both guys. As then for Robin van Roosmalen, taking on Bruno the Tiger Souza. Souza with a 6-inch reach advantage. So again, it's so crazy that Robin was such a good kickboxer because his reach is pretty bad, to be honest, for a guy of his stature. Because here's a guy who's 1 inch taller, but it's 6 inches of reach on the advantage. I would not count out Bruno Souza. That's all I'm going to say there. The only thing he's going to win, but I think it's going to give him some problems. And we're kicking off with this fight, too. So that's going to be fun. Josh Rosenthal, our referee, Kate Sad, judges here. We got the Dutch kickboxer kicking it off against the karate Brazilian fighter. So to the left hook already. There's 1-2 from Robin. Either fighter can really land a good shot here. Slipping past the right hook, attempt with a few quick jabs and a leg kick. Or just a quick kick. That doesn't even say what he landed it with. I'm assuming it might have been just a head kick, but left jab, right cross blocked, left jab, right hand blocked from Souza. Damn, missed with a big roundhouse kick. Here comes a counter from Robin with a jab and a leg kick. 1-2. Neither fighter can go toe-to-toe strikes now. Can't really land anything. They meet in the center. Left jab, misses the right. Does Souza, left jab misses on the body kick. So the landing the setup strikes are not following it up well. And here comes a flurry of punches, but Robin van Roosmalen is looking pretty good with his head movement, avoiding that strike. There's a quick punch, misses the body kick on the roundhouse shot. Left jab fails on the leg kick. Left jab, left kick to the body. Nice little 1-1 there, if you will. But jab to the body, or head kick rather, that misses from Souza. 4 of quick punches, all of them landing. Or 3 of them landing, rather, excuse me, then misses the head kick. Souza with a jab, isn't the leg kick, jab, low kick as well. And, Robin probably won that round, but at least Bruno Souza didn't look too terrible. They meet in the center again. Here comes a counter. As Robin coming in with the brace of jabs followed by a right hand that nearly fails to connect. He's stepping in strike. Counters right in, gets a jab and a kick that's parried away. So far, Robin has been a good counter striker. And he lands the big head kick after the jab. It knocks him down. Could finish the fight right here, and he does. What a win. He looked tremendous. Better than I anticipated. Didn't think he was going to knock him out. A huge win over Bruno Souza as Robin van Roosmalen trains at Golden Glory too. So yeah, he's got some of the best kickboxing training you could ask for. He is primed for a nice little run there in the featherweight division. Because there's a lot of stand-up guys. There's not a lot of wrestlers in that division, so he can really make a good run as we are underway with the next bout. They come together and strike. Riddell, swing past the left hook, counters the jab, misses the big right hand. Glancing both a high kick after the counter. Yeah, Riddell's counter striking's been pretty solid. They meet in the center again. Here comes another counter. Nice left hand. Misses the body kick. Here comes a right hand. That's blocked though from Riddell. Riddell's counter striking. Again, dodges the left hand counterattacks with a quick left hook. Oh, here comes a counter this time from Levy. As he counters with a right jab of the left hand and just misses though. Levy's trying to pressure him. Probably a bad idea. Triple punch combination. Doesn't trouble his opponent at all. Counter left jab. Oh, caught him with a feint now. Went for the body kick. Doesn't trouble him though with the combination. Boy, Brad Riddell is a fucking problem out there. Dodges the left hand. Counterattacks the jab and a hook to the body. Doesn't land though. And yeah, obviously Riddell won that scorecard for the first round. I mean, he's just been the better counter striker and he's been hard to hit. Quick left hook there. Coming in off the counter again as Riddell misses the big right hand. Left hook gets countered to the left hand. Jab, kick to the body. Jab, misses the left hand. Jab, misses the high kick. Jab, left hand absorbed on the gloves. There's a countering the left hand with a quick left jab and a kick that's parried away. Moving and engaging. Misses the jab. Kick to the lead leg. Riddell scores the jab, also lands a low kick. Slipping past the right hook, attempting attacks with the kick to the leg. Body kick now, comes up short. Right hand blocked. Off target with a high kick now, leaves himself open for the counter, which Levy comes in with a jab and a leg kick that misses. Left hook from Riddell. Oh my god, Levy with a head kick. Knocked him down. He might just steal it at the end of the round. Oh my god, golden opportunity for him. Pounding away and he stops it. Wow. What a comeback from Nathan Levy. Surprised I was only rated decent. As, he praised the team at the pit elevated. His various sponsors and all of his fans who came out supporting. What a huge upset, though. Even though he's the favorite. I did not feel like he was going to be winning that one. It's Corell versus Rico. Boy, oh boy. 2 kickboxers. Two giant kickboxers as well, 6'5", 265 on the scale for both men. Boy, oh boy, some big fuckers here. Opening bell, they touch gloves. Standing trade, neither fighter can really land anything. Left roundhouse kick to the body. Jab and a low kick. Jab and a great right hook. Left kick to the roundhouse kick to the body. Rico doing a good job. So far, pair of jabs. Fails on the leg kick, does Krylov. And now stands in ready. Left jab does connect to the low kick though. Interesting that he's going to be the counter striker. I think Rico doesn't mind though. He's been lighting him up a good bit now. Oh, Kornilov now looking to push the pace. There's a right cross. Jab scores on the spin kick to the ribs though. Yeah, the body kicks have definitely been what's been separating this fight, especially for Rico. I mean, his body kick's been landing pretty good. He went for the spinning back kick. That would have been crazy. Punch from a flurry, nails the right cross, that ends out the first round. Obviously, Rico won that round, but it's still not over for Kornilov, and there's a quick kick to the leg after the two quick punches. Left jab, right cross, right hook from Kornilov. Oh my god, he got him. Kornilov, look at the finish him. Big right hand. Oh my god, big right hand again. Steve Mazzagatti was looking to see a fucking dead body tonight. I cannot believe that. What a win for Kirill Kornilov beating Rico. Crazy. What, I mean, just again, these 8-ounce gloves, anything can happen with this type of power. And he wins in his debut, beating Rico in the Netherlands. That is just crazy. As we'll see how Andres, I think that's how you pronounce it, Andres? Yeah, that's the 6'2", 185. We're taking on the 6'4", 185. Just crazy how big KB is. But he is, this is his fight. A kickboxer. They'll both stand up with each other, and it should be a fun fight. Mazzagatti's a referee. Hopefully somebody doesn't die here tonight. As here comes Andreas as he's looking to get into the pocket. Misses with the combinations. Boy, he is just lighting him up. 1-2. Jab on right cross. Two kind of left hands from KB. Looking to grapple now. Two left hands. Feints does it. Andreas now. Lands a blow with a high kick. Left jab misses the right hand. Left jab misses. Two weak left hands. Two left jabs. Followed by a straight right. Oh my god, went for the big head kick. He's looking to finish this fight early. He's looking good, is Andreas. But I will say this, KB, though. He's still hanging in there, but the defense now, he's still looking for that takedown, which, I mean, listen, I get it, but I think that basically just says, hey, I don't believe in my striking. I'm going to be the first guy to concede and try and get him down. Left hand from KB, though. Oh, here comes a left cross off the counter. So Andreas probably is up on the scorecard. Felt like it. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, looking at... if he can get back into the pocket like he was earlier in the first round, he's going to be a problem. But, yeah, KB's been able to avoid these punches. Starting to slow down a little bit. But still, Andreas still a hard guy to hit. Here comes a counter. Quick left jab, hook to the body, fails to land, though. Jab, moving in the pocket. Yeah, now he's back in the pocket. Oh, boy. Missed the left jab and also missed the big right hand as KB. And here comes a leg kick. That's a connector for Andreas. Still trying to put the pressure on him. Two kind of jabs from KB. Left hand, but nothing but air in the big right. 1-2. KB was equal to it. Now he's got him in a clinch. Now that's going to be interesting. Oh, ends up being out wrestled. So, well, KB's fucked. With about a minute 45 left. Knee to the thigh. Knee strikes to the ribs now. Some dirty boxing now. Looking for the takedown. Oh my god, got a sweep. Wow. How about Andreas? I mean, that was a hell of a sweep. They're going to give it to KB. Wow, what in the world? Oh, KB was the one who swept him. Okay, I was about to say, what the fuck? Yeah, so yeah, he won the round with that sweep. Jesus, I was just like, wait a minute. What in the world? So yeah, here we go. Well, last round, they come together. Dodges the right hand, counterattacks with the brace of jabs. Right across the misses. It comes down to this last round. 1-2. KB equal to it though. Trying to urge him on now. Left hook, or left jab rather, but doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Left jab, right hand. Some curt instructions from the corner. It's now or never for both guys. Good shots here. Left hook to the body. Right hand from KB. Andre's breathing pretty hard though. KB's stamina might be what pushes him over the top in this fight, especially if he can get him with another takedown. Glancing elbow strike now, hard foot stomp. Oh, wow, there we go, now he switches. So he was lighting him up a little bit, as Andreas, but if he gets this takedown, which he does, going to be tough. But it was only about a minute or so of top control here. Might not be enough. It's going to be tough. I think it's going to be an interesting scorecard. Yep, sure is. They gave it to Andreas. That third round is interesting, because Andreas was doing a good bit. Got him against the cage, lightened him up a little bit. Felt like he was in control before they got up against the cage, too. But obviously, that last minute, KB was in complete control. Second round, I felt like that was going to be definitely the round that KB would have won. Obviously, the first was Andreas's, though, but that's a tough one. Tough loss for KB, losing like that. But a win for the Polish man, though, making his 20th win of his career as well. Can't beat that. As Sayar the Great, taking on Alexkin, 5'10 Russian. Both, welterweights here. Both 175. Minus 490 for Sayar, as, of course, the Netherlands fighter coming in to get a huge win to end out the prelim. He exchanged strikes. Oh boy. Alexkin tried to go for the takedown, but he stopped him. Got him against the cage now. Oh wow, cleared out too. Good shit, Sayar. Now he's going for the ribs. Head strikes now. Oh, knee strike to the thigh though. Vicious foot stomp now. He's still in control, is Alexkin. I thought they cleared out and circled out. I guess he didn't. Mazzagati's going to separate him though. So yeah, back underway, counter left hand. Feints one way. Oh, went for the big right hand, but nothing but air on it. Quick little minute left here. Scores the jab. Can't make contact on the head kick, though. That would have been huge. 1-2 from Alexkin, though. Left jab, misses the big right hand again. They're going to give it to Alexkin. I mean, if that head kick would have landed, that probably would have changed the momentum of the fight and changed kind of the trajectory of it. Maybe even caught him and dropped him with it. But, yeah, I mean, a potential upset. Would hate to lose in front of your hometown like this. Some strikes and some head kicks, but that defended well. Into the pocket. Well, 3-punch combination. One of them landing, missed the vicious right hand. So far, Sayar's striking hasn't been as good as I thought it would be. But also at the same time, Alexkin's striking has been better than I thought it was going to be. There's a left hand and a straight right, though, from Sayar that lands hard. So I think he's starting to light him up a little bit. Missed the strike combinations here. Sucked into the feint. Oh, here comes a counter. Good right hand, too. Now Sayar's getting tired, though. You can't have that. This is going to give Alexkin a chance to maybe potentially get him against the cage. Oh, two kind of left hands. Left hand, and also a good right hook, too. Sayar's 1-2. Hitting. Some jabs. Leg kick followed up as well. Combination here coming in. Oh, here comes a slithering kick to the legs. And that's the end of that round. And yeah, they're giving it to Sayar. Yeah, that makes sense. Dead even. Going to the final round. Counter jab, couple of minor left hands. Alexkin now dodges the big right head kick. Jab misses. Moves in behind three quick punches, all of them being avoided, though, by Alexkin. Into the pocket again. Jab. Leg kicks. Left hand. Big right head kick. Misses, though. Back into the pocket again. Yeah, Sayar, though, breathing very, very hard. He gets this takedown, we're in trouble. Yep. And he's just going to lay and pray. You hate to see that. But at the same time, it's smart. It was a tied round. He pretty much won it with the takedown, and the more he kept him down there, the better. Mazzagati's going to stand him up late. I'm still going to give it to Sayar, but it probably should be 29-28 Alexkin. Split decision for Sayar. If someone was going to get screwed over, I'm glad it was somebody that laid and prayed. But at the same time, his first round was very impressive. Crazy that they gave him the third, but at the same time, he did outstrike him. So at least there's that. So I'm not too upset with that. Get fucked, Alexkin, you piece of shit. And, he was perplexed that he didn't get the unanimous decision, but, I mean, honestly, he's lucky it went his way. I think in a different setting, that probably would have went the other way. But he gets to win at All-Stars Training Center, and, yeah, I mean, for Alexkin, besides that lay and pray, he looked pretty good. He might be a problem for some ranked guys in welterweight, the kind of top, like the lower ranked guys, like 25 to 20 guys. As Muhammad, the Moto Usman, and Blagoy Ivanov. Or Ivanov. I always want to say Ivanov, but yeah, Blagoy Ivanov. 10-1, 18-4-2. The Bulgarian taking on the Arlington, Texas native. By the way of Nigeria, as far as Nigerian parents go, I don't think they were born in Nigeria. Both him and Kamara. Kamara might have been though. Actually, I'm thinking about it. Nonetheless, though, cage side judges, they're underway. Usman looking for a takedown. 1-2 from Blagoy. 1-2 doesn't land either blow though. Blagoy not able to hit him so far. Kind of crazy. And he's the one who's able to push the pace so far, but Usman's able to grab him, looking for the slam. Oh my God, slammed him. Looking for the arm triangle. Fights that off. Arm triangle again. Fights it off. Kimura doesn't allow that to be applied. My God. I mean, Muhammad Usman's got one fucking goal in mind. Slam a motherfucker and take him down in submission victory. I mean, that has been the game plan. For sure. Quick jabs, no power behind him at all from Usman. There's a jab in the left hand though from Blagoy. 1-2 doesn't land either blow. Man, Blagoy is just about to get slammed again. Does so. Trying to pass. It's a scramble. Wow, man. Blagoy ends up losing out on it. No surprise. He knows he's in control. He knows he's probably going to win this round too. So Usman just trying to catch his breath, wait for that opportunity he needs. Here comes a scramble. But he's just going to get side control. Maybe goes for Kimura at the end of the round. Nope, just going to stay on top. Yeah, not a great round for Usman, but I get it again. He got his takedown. He knew that oh my God, he's going to try and get him a Muay Thai clinch now. Oh my God. Oh my Lord, he knocked him out. What a violent man. What a win. Boy, yeah, that heavyweight division is going to be in trouble. Who knew? Muhammad Usman going to go on a tear. He thinks everyone connected to Fortis MMA for helping prepare for the fight, sponsors for supporting financially as well, and he wants to go to a local club afterwards too. So, fights everyone to the local winners party only type of vibes. Montel Jackson and Brett Johns. It's gonna be an interesting one at 135. They touch gloves. Jackson comes in with the right hand, hits him with a straight left. Jab is wide, catches him with a crunching left hook though. Last punch probably fucked his hand up. Looks like, so that's great. Might have broken his own hand 40 seconds into it. And now looking for a jab and a low kick. Trying to grapple with him. Now 1-2. Now, and Johns is able to get a hold of him. Judo throw. He's not stopping that. Yeah. Oh, he's got his back. Rear naked choke time. Oh, my. Yep. Brett Johns is a bad man. You get him. If he gets a hold of you, it's over. You're done for. That judo throw, he's going to take your back, and you're fucked. I mean, just rinse and repeat. What a win. Thanks everyone connected to Shore MMA as very responsive office for entertainment supporters. Tough break there, Montel. It's Anthony Pettis and Paul Felder. Man, Steve Mazzagatti just fighting, or reffing all these bouts. Counter jab misses, left jab, just find the right to the body, left hook, disconnected on left jab. Went for the spin kick too, to the ribs. Both fighters come in and strike. Body kick now, countering with a left jab and a good right. Well, wow, Felder now with a counter. Or gets countered, rather, left jab and a right hook. So far, Anthony Pettis' counter striking has been pretty good. There's Felder with a counter left hand, though. Went for the big head kick. Yeah, Pettis is looking for the fight ender here with that head kick. Left jab, spin kick, the body doesn't land, though, for Felder. Jab misses the hook. Just about lands another head kick. Man, if Pettis hits it, it's over. But so far, hasn't found the mark. 1-2 with a jab and a right cross from Pettis. Two kind of jabs. Anthony misses on those strike combinations there. Yeah, 10-9. They're going to give it to Pettis. That was a close round. I wouldn't mind it either way. We'll kind of look at the metrics there of that one. Into the pocket we go. Oh my God, caught him with a right hook after the three-punch combination lands. Left cross. Oh boy, there's that head kick. Knocked him down. Didn't knock him out though, but he's going to knock him out here. Showtime's back. Gets a win over Paul Felder. Big win there. 17-7 for Paul Felder. Huge win. Huge win there for Anthony Pettis. Jermaine Ranamy and Yana Foxy Ganetska as the co-main events, the women's bantamweight contest. 13-7, rather, 9-6. Some horrible records here, but we'll see how Jermaine the Randoming does. The Dutch Muay Thai fighter, stepping into the pocket, showing no fear, as she should. The roundhouse kick to the body. Another roundhouse kick to the body. Oh my god, high kick from Yana. I thought that was going to be it, but she held on there. Oh my god, these girls are getting after it. Lord have mercy. Here comes a counter. Yana with a left hook. And now jab doesn't land the low kick. Right hook from Jermaine the Randoming. She is putting the pressure on her. 2 counter left hands. Oh, just 2 right hands, rather. Not even a counter from Yana. Yana with 2 counter jabs there. There's a roundhouse kick to the ribs after the jab. She is on one here. Oh, and there's a stinging left high kick. Rocked her. Looking for the kill. Oh, massive left hand, but missed it, though. Jermaine the Randoming hangs on, but my God, has Yana come to fight. Left jab and a right cross. Counter right hand, rather, excuse me. Went for the head kick. Jermaine the Randoming went for it all. Takedown. Got her. I mean, she definitely won the round, but she, wow, Yana, with the head kick. It's crazy. Stinging head kick. She didn't drop her, but she got her rocked. She took her down at the end of the round. She definitely won that round for sure. Oh my God, a body shot. Dropped her with a body shot. Looking for the arm triangle now. Wow, Jermaine the Randoming is tough as hell. She is the Iron Lady for a reason. And then looking for a scramble. Oh my God. She's got her back. Doesn't even choke her out either. My God. Get the hooks in. There we go. Now she'll get it. Jesus, Murphy. She finally put her away. I mean, Yana. I was talking shit. And she said, fuck all that shit. I've been training at Eagles MMA with Khabib Nurmagomedov. I know how to put a woman away, and she absolutely does there. Main event, Anthony Rumble Johnson, Stefan Struve. Just towering. It's a skyscraper here over Anthony Rumble Johnson. We'll see how the big man from Holland, the 7-footer, can do as he comes in looking to throw. Jab is wide. Big right hand lands from Rumble. Oh my God. Left jab, right hook. Stefan Struve with the takedown attempt. Interesting. He's going to try and take him down. But he blocks him, and now he's the one in control. Here is Johnson. Knee strike to the thigh. I mean, hilarious visual to have a 7-footer in the clinch against a 6'2" guy. Classic blows there with elbow strikes. I don't even know how you hit somebody that high in the clinch. There's just no way. Struve controlled up against the cage. Hard stomp. Quick elbow there. Knee strike above the hip. Elbow to the face there. Again, how is he catching him with an elbow strike? Oh my God, looking for the Muay Thai clinch. Huge knee to the stomach. Yeah, that's all he can reach. Nice straight right hand from Johnson. Oh, nice right hook here. Struve again looking for the takedown. Looking for the trip. Oh, he got the excellent outside leg trip, though. He's left seated. So at least Struve finally did something. But, man, Rumble was fucking him up. He's still going for those takedowns. If I knew he was going to just shoot for takedowns the whole time, I would not have had this fight. But at the same time, though, I don't blame him. That's a tough guy to be fighting in Anthony Johnson. That is something. But yeah, dirty boxing, trying to punish him now. Trying to get him in a Muay Thai clinch again. Oh boy. Huge knee to the stomach again. Johnson might tire himself out, though. Which is probably what Struve is wanting. But man, a 7-footer going 5 rounds. Would not suspect that at all. Look for the sweep. Doesn't get it, though. Johnson with a good job blocking the takedown. Minute left. Knee strike to the ribs here. Again, the Muay Thai clinch. Again, a big knee to the chest. I mean, he's putting it on him. His Rumble. He's stuffing takedowns. He's got a big bruise now on the body, the side of his from all these knees. Out of the clinch. Oh my God, he uppercuts him to heaven. Yup. Caught him. Dropped him. That's all she wrote. That's all it takes. Boy, oh boy, what a win for Anthony Johnson. He wants Cyril gone. What a fight that would be. As well as he thanks Ever Connected to Elevation, the fight team, for helping prepare for the fight, and sponsors for supporting him financially as well. Shout out Juan Adams for knocking out Anthony Johnson, because so far, not a lot of heavyweights have figured him out. A pretty fun main card. Muhammad Usman, if he would have won in the first round, that probably would have been rated good to great, but it is what it is. Prelim, at times, kind of weaved out of greatness, but we got there. We got there. Obviously, performance rounds for Rumble Johnson and Anthony Pettis and Brett Johns. I'm gonna give, trying to think. Yeah, performance bonus for Robin and Kirill and Levy, too. Why not? Feeling generous. I still made about 250. Not too bad. A lot of guys making over 100,000. Good shit. And Yana made 2,000. 200,000. So yeah, that's good stuff. Some life-changing money for a lot of those guys and girl. And so, unfortunately, because we only had 2 women's fights, so not a whole lot of bad dividend to the women. But that will do it, though, for episode 76. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time, as we'll get to see how Taboria and Max Holloway plays out in WMMA 5. Hopefully Max Holloway doesn't get fucking knocked out. I can't take another heartbreak. I can't. As we will catch you guys next time for UFC 266. Take care, everyone.